More than 60 years ago, tens of thousands of American and Filipino troops captured by the Japanese were forced to march nearly 100 miles. It's referred to as the Bataan Death March. Every year, those men are honored in a memorial march in New Mexico. Here's a clip from the new documentary, The Road to Bataan.
And finally, this march speaks most importantly to the courage and the sacrifice of the brave Americans and Filipinos who suffered the terrible ordeal of the Bataan Death March in April of 1942. We march today in their honor as a tribute to those soldiers. We will not forget them.
Joining us this morning, the director, Jack Randal, and host, Chad Henninger of Miracle Pictures, the maker of the documentary. We thank you both for being with us this morning.
Thank you much.
Tell us a little bit about how this project got started and why folks need to know this story.
Well, it got started because Dan Snow, the NCOIC over at Union's ROTC program, and you're familiar with them from their trip to the inauguration. He's worked with us on other documentary films that we've done, and he called me and said, hey, you know, we go down, we do this event every year. They do it to commemorate and to memorialize the men that suffered in the Philippines in World War II, and asked us if we'd be interested to go and shoot it. And we said, yeah, because we cover basically veteran-based documentaries. So we decided to get on board with it, and once you get down there and see the scope of it, we just knew that the story was there. Our job at that point was just not to screw it up. It tells itself.
It really does. And once you go and you meet these men, and there's not that many survivors left, and you meet these men and you hear their stories one-on-one, it's an amazing event.
What are some of the stories that you heard from some of the veterans that you talked to?
Oh, just everything from personal happenings to just the severe beatings and different things that they went through. And the friend right next to them could have been killed, and why they survived, and they will tell you why they think that. So.
And the folks that come back year after year to honor these veterans, the tribute that they give each year, that has to be something to see from folks that are just coming out on their own to do this.
It's amazing. We see people out there from every walk of life. I mean, it's still primarily a military event, but civilians come from all over the country and all over the world. I mean, people are there from several foreign countries. We talked to one gentleman there that had been here. This was his 5th year coming in from Berlin, Germany, to do the march. So it's one of those events that it's a life-changing experience for people. Once they come, they get addicted to it, and they come back year after year after year.
Right, and if you've never had a chance to honor a veteran or do anything like that, this is a great way to do it. Go and see the film. Go and talk to some veterans that are going to be there.
And of course, as you were going along in the process, the shooting process, I would imagine that you were amazed by what you were hearing, the stories that just kept coming and coming. You know, to build something like you guys did.
Right. There were 24 of the survivors that were there this year, and over 5,300 people out there on the march. And 5,300 people, you know, it seems like an overwhelming number, but this is less than 10% of the actual death march itself. And these people come for, there's 5,300 stories out there as to why they come, because their grandfather served, or they worked with someone before, or just out of sheer love of country that these people come out year after year. And it's an amazing group of individuals that come out here.
Yeah, and an incredible event, and a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie. You meet so many new people.
And of course, again, the premiere is coming up on the 3rd. Talk a little bit about that event and you know, how people can get involved with this.
Sure. We are at TCC's Metro campus on October 3rd at 6 p.m. That is a world premiere of the film. We have Bataan survivors and other dignitaries coming in from across the country for the film. I mean, we've even got calls as far out from the Philippines. Right. So this is becoming a big event for various veterans groups and other organizations that typically want to support this type of thing. And we've got veterans also here from noon to 4 at TCC's Metro campus on the 2nd of October to actually meet the public and tell their stories, so people get a chance to really get involved with some living history. So this is a very, very big event for us. To have these people come in to support the film is a huge honor for Miracle Pictures.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on. Here's a copy of the DVD right here. And again, folks can see this world premiere coming up on October 3rd. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Sounds like a fascinating story. Looking forward to seeing it. Again, Saturday, October 3rd, 6 o'clock in the evening is the time. It's at the Phillips Auditorium. That's at the TCC Metro Campus, 909 South Boston. Admission is just $8. So head on down. Right